The Last of Us Episode 6.
Everybody fucking except for you! So don't tell me that I'd be safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
Hey everyone, it's Curtis from Black Heroes and welcome to my review of The Last of Us Episode 6. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment your own thoughts on the episode, and let's just jump into it. I feel like this episode was definitely a cooling off period from last episode's insanity, which we definitely needed, but I feel like there was still a lot in here. 3 months has passed since what happened to Sam and Henry, and it's apparently winter, which is a slight change from the game. In the game, when this portion happens, is towards the end of fall. It hasn't snowed just yet, but this is the change I'm cool with because I love snow. But hopefully we are still getting Ellie's winter arc. That's honestly one of the absolute best parts of the game. But as Joel and Ellie are traveling, they come across this group that at first appeared to be hostile. It was a very tense moment when they brought out their dog, and the guy said, oh, if the dog smells anything funny, he's gonna kill you right on the spot. My first thought was, oh god, Ellie is technically infected, so if the dog sniffs her, he's going to automatically attack. But luckily he didn't smell anything. He actually became friends with Ellie almost immediately, which is pretty funny. So they bring him back to their camp where Joel finally meets Tommy, who has been living with them for the past few months. And that was such a nice moment when they embraced, because even though they went through a lot together, they're still brothers and they still love each other, and you can tell they still love each other. We also find out that Tommy is married to one of the leaders, Maria. It did make me laugh when they were walking and Joel makes a slight comment like, oh, so you guys are communists? And Tommy was like, oh, no, of course not. And then Maria was like, oh, no, Tommy, yes, we are definitely communists.
So, communism. Nah, it ain't like that.
It is that, literally. This is the commune. We're communists.
Eventually, Joel and Tommy do get a chance to talk 1v1, where Joel tells Tommy that Ellie is immune and that he needs him to take her to the Fireflies. Tommy is very reluctant because not only is he married to Maria, but Maria is also a couple months pregnant now, so he's going to be a father. And this next part broke my heart, where Joel is having a mental and emotional breakdown, saying that, hey, I don't think I can protect Ellie. I don't think I am good enough to keep her alive. And that he has been having these panic attacks just at the thought of losing Ellie and thinking that, oh, it was my fault that she's dead now because I couldn't protect her. So Tommy does agree, but we also find out that Ellie has been listening in on the conversation the whole time. So when Joel goes to see Ellie, she confronts him about it, and during their argument, she basically says, hey, I'm not Sarah, and that strikes a nerve with Joel. She tells Joel that she's lost people too, and then when Joel says you have no idea what lost is, the next thing that Ellie says is what I needed to hear. Because even though I think Bella Ramsey is doing an excellent job as Ellie, as I'm watching the show, I keep questioning, does Ellie care about Joel besides him getting her to the Fireflies? And this scene shows that she does care, because she was like, everyone who's ever been with me has either died or left me except for you, and I would be more scared without you. But Joel sticks to his guns and says that you are not my daughter and I'm not your father, and we're going our separate ways, and he leaves. It's not until he's walking around and then he sees a woman who looks almost like his daughter, that's when he realizes, like, yes, I don't want to lose Ellie, but I can't deny that there is a bond between us. So the next day he lets her choose, like, are you sure you want me to be the one to take care of you? And Ellie just instantly says, where we're going. So Joel and Ellie set off. They eventually make it to this university, which I think is the University of Eastern Colorado, I think. They discover that all the Fireflies there are either gone or dead, and then they are confronted by a group of bandits. It was a pretty cool game moment when Joel grabbed one of the bandits, and in my mind I'm like, okay, press X, and then it snaps his neck. But unfortunately, the bandit was able to stab Joel with a broken piece of his baseball bat. They were able to get away, but eventually Joel collapses from blood loss, and what happens next is another example of how much Ellie does care for Joel. Because Ellie is trying to get Joel up, and she's saying like, Joel, I can't do this without you. I'm going to be screwed without you. I don't know what to do. And you can see the emotion on Ellie's face too, because not only is she going to lose her father figure, now she might have to possibly do this whole journey by herself. In winter, then boom, end of episode, which is a really good cliffhanger, especially for people who have not played the game. The only gripe I have with this episode is just a small gripe I actually been having with this season as a whole, and that's a lack of encounters with infected. Granted, yes, we got that huge horde mode last episode, but I mean like personal encounters with infected. Like while they're searching the university, they can go from room to room and then boom, clicker, or boom, a group of runners. You could even make a little story out of it. A good example would be in the second game when Ellie is searching some random houses, she just comes across one runner. And after she kills the runner, she finds a letter that the person before they turned wrote. Apparently there was 2 of them and both of them got bit, so they did a suicide pact. And I'm trying to remember, I think one of them killed themselves and the other person couldn't bring themselves to do it, or they was going to shoot each other and one of them missed. But either way, he didn't die, so before he turned, he wrote a letter just explaining everything and asking for forgiveness. I feel like that would have been a cool addition, so I'm hoping by the end of the season, or hopefully with season 2, they bring more encounters with infected. But despite that, I am loving this season and I really enjoyed this episode. This was a very emotional episode. I believe the next episode is going to be more of Ellie's backstory, so that's going to be another emotional roller coaster. But if you enjoyed this review, please like, subscribe, and definitely comment your own thoughts on the episode as well. Alright y'all, it's been your boy Curtis from Black Heroes, and I'm out. Peace!